whatever, but you gotta go. Okay?
No.
Mr. Taxpayer of the Year was not satisfied with the county's services and unfair speeding tickets, so he decided to take it up with the Borough Hall receptionist.
How
you doing?
Body camera's on. What's going on?
I know, I got my phone on.
Okay.
I'm here talking about this thing I got after I paid my taxes that I don't feel like I should be paying.
You don't feel you should be paying what?
$105. The first notice I ever got was right now, after I paid my 1934, there's an interest of 99 cents, and now they're telling me this is going all the way back, and I owe this much money. And I said, no, I'm not paying it.
Okay.
Hi.
So,
Hello.
what's the deal?
His payments were late. They've been consistently late, so he's got interest that has accumulated. It moved to principal, and his
Doesn't want to pay it.
he feels he's not being protected.
Okay.
Yeah, so why should he pay for services if he's not going to see it?
Okay.
He owes this. He does.
Okay.
It stays with the property. I'm not going to argue over that. It's
Okay.
state law. There's nothing I can do about it.
Okay.
If my taxes, if they're telling me I owe taxes for the services in this town, then you tell me why 35 miles an hour is allowed on Skyline Lakes Drive.
Well, those are two separate issues.
No, it's not. My
Okay.
taxes go toward my safety. My taxes go toward my safety.
Well, right now,
I've never received any notice, and all of a sudden I see 99 cents, and then it goes to 105. I should have received notices.
if you've listened to the lady,
I did listen to her. And you want to know something? Okay, I listened to the lady. I don't want to tell you how many years, and I don't want to. If you should ask Scott for the 26 pages I sent to the Attorney General of how I was harassed by Walker, how I was harassed by Ferraro, how McGinty allows 35 miles an hour on Skyline Lakes Drive. I obey the law to the limit. Do you know I had a problem with, and I hope it's all
Okay,
being
okay.
recorded. No.
but you're not letting me speak, and you're just speaking to me. The law, you obey the law, right? The law is that you have to pay the taxes.
The law's
Look,
on my...
I'm not finished. You have to pay the taxes. If you don't want to pay the taxes, you can figure that out some other way. But something's going to happen to you. Right now, you can pay the taxes, or we're asking you to leave. If you don't leave, again, you say you're going to obey the law. If you don't leave, you're going to be arrested for trespassing and
I'm not
disorderly conduct.
trespassing. I have a right to
Okay,
be in
you're
Borough
being
Hall
disorderly. So I'm giving you your options.
because you don't want to talk.
I'm not talking. I have nothing to do with it. You have to pay
Well,
this. This is not a discussion. This is you have to pay it.
Well, I want
you
to
have
talk.
You have to pay your taxes.
I want to talk.
That's all it is. There's a bill. That's all they get. They have a bill.
And I want to talk.
Unc wants to talk like it's an open mic, and everyone has to sit through.
Okay. What's there a discussion about?
Part of my taxes go toward my safety of living here
Okay.
in this neighborhood.
Okay, you have to bring that up at a council meeting then, because you can't do it here. These women.
Every council member knows.
Okay.
Scott Heck knows. McGinty knows.
Then bring it up to-
Walker harassed me. And Ferraro harassed me. And then Ferraro perjured himself in court.
Okay, that's the past. If you want to bring
And
an
I
issue.
hope, and I am going to ask for a recording
Okay.
because I'm going down to Trenton with all of this.
Okay, so right now, we're asking you please pay the bill, or we're asking you to leave. If you don't want to do that, whatever, but you got to go. Okay?
No. I don't like the explanation.
The explanation is you have to pay.
And the explanation also should be the speed limit's 25, not 35. What is the reasonable thing? Do you do 90 on the Parkway? Do you do 90 on the
You are
Parkway?
bringing up different issues. If
I'm
you want to
asking
bring
a
that up,
question.
you can bring that up with the chief
I'm
of
asking
police
a-
again.
I have.
Okay.
And I have the
But we're
chief
not-
of police on my phone saying 35 is what he allows before discretion should be used to stop anybody in a 25 zone.
Okay.
You want to hear the recording?
Okay.
Do you want to hear it?
I do not want to hear it.
Because you know it's the truth.
Because it's irrelevant to what we're talking about right now.
What we're
It's
talking about,
irrelevant.
pay the bill or leave.
You know what?
Pay the bill or leave.
Get out of my face. Get the out of my face.
So we're not leaving until you either pay the bill or you leave. So that's
Get the out of my
okay.
face.
We don't have
Okay.
credit card machines here.
You don't have credit card machines here. Most people don't take cash. You don't have credit card machines.
We
Well, I don't have a check on me. I'll have to mail a check in. And you refuse to answer my questions. You're supposed to answer my
I
questions.
don't have anything to do with
I'm
the
not
taxes.
asking you questions about that. Why don't you go get Heck? Why don't you go get McGinty? Ask Ferrara why he perjured himself in court. Ask Ferrara why he stopped me doing 24 miles an hour and accused me of 31. The one morning I was asked to come to the police station to have a meeting to help them figure out how we can make Skyline Lakes Drive safer. And you want to know something? 40 years I have never been stopped for speeding, red light, or stop sign. That morning, Ferraro pulled me over as soon as I leave my house telling me I'm doing 31. Nobody cares. I want all
Did
these
you go to court?
recordings.
Did you go to court for it?
Yeah, and it turned out to be a license plate because in court, you know what Ferraro said?
All right, are we done?
You know what Ferraro said?
Is that his?
He goes, I stopped him because probably, maybe he was doing 2 miles
All right,
over the
I'm asking
speed
you to
limit.
leave now.
Maybe 2.
Okay.
I've asked, how do I get a check to you?
The way he's crashing out in public, it's no wonder he's had run-ins with quite a few public officials, and now holds a grudge.
You guys are real big when it comes to hassling, but you're very little when it comes to
All
enforcing
we're
the
doing
speed
is
limit.
asking you to leave, and you are giving us a hard time. So
And
please
all
leave.
I do is ask.
It's time to go.
Let me
It's time
say
to go.
something.
It's time to go.
All I do is ask the. Let me finish. All I do is ask the police to not let people do 35,
Okay.
and it doesn't happen.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay? And I want the recordings. Where do I fill out a paper?
You can do that a different day. We're not doing that right now.
You can
What?
talk to Sylvia and Rick.
Because we're telling you you have to leave.
You're D?
D.
I remember you.
Okay, let's go.
And you. You're something else.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah. At least I obey the law. At least I know
You're
what the
not,
law
because
is.
we're telling you to leave, and you're
At least
not.
I know. Get your hands off me. Don't touch me. Don't you ever touch me. Don't ever put your hand on me again. You got it? You understand me now? Don't ever touch me.
Ready? He's coming back in. You want to?
Don't ever put your hand on me.
Time to go.
I'm going. Don't ever touch me. You put your hand on me and you.
If you don't leave, I'm down.
Put your hand on me.
Leave.
You're not allowed to touch me.
Leave, or you're going to get arrested.
Oh, you.
Leave.
Arrested for what?
Disorderly conduct.
Yeah, yeah. All
Get in your car and stop screaming.
Shut up. You.
That's it. Yep.
Joe, you're under arrest.
Don't move. Open the door.
Joe, you're under
Open the
arrest.
door.
Open the door.
Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. I'm going to take...
I have a break.
Open the door. It's going to get broken. Open the door or it's going to get broken. Open the door.
Can you please close my car door?
Once we have handcuffs
Not our
on, then-
primary worker right now.
Can I have my phone? Joe, I'm
Bring
being
it over.
arrested, Joe.
Go to the front door. I'm not going through the door hall.
Phone in my pocket?
Joseph was charged with disorderly conduct and resisting arrest.
Joe, what are you doing? Okay, so let's psychoanalyze Joe a little bit. So it seems to me that Joe is the type of guy who, maybe even the type of kid who was picked on, and maybe he did that as a way to get attention, just attention. Because, when you're a kid who's not getting enough attention, you do bad things to get that attention. And I don't know this man. I'm just guessing. It seems to me that he's that little boy still who was picked on or neglected in some way, and now he has this vendetta against authority. And, you know, he did bring up some good points. Like, he's on his way to the police station and he gets pulled over for going like 2 miles over the speed limit. That's obviously a tactic there. So I can see why that would really piss somebody off. But somebody with a background of, you know, bullying or neglect would probably push them past how a person without that would respond to that. And it seems to me that that's what's going on. And it's so sad because once he was touched, he was incredibly triggered. I mean, it almost as if I just felt that I was looking at a little boy who was being, you know, bullied or maybe even physically bullied, and it just like snapped, and he was like, I'm not going to let it happen this time. And it clouded his judgment. He was out the door. He could have gotten in his car and been done with it, but he just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And the people that I know that are like this, the adults that I know that are like this, that is their history, that they were those kids that were bullied, or nobody ever took the time to stop and listen to them say, this isn't fair, this happened to me, and this isn't fair. And as a mom, why did I just get emotional? Ooh, as a mom, when I see that, it's like, it's so sad that if you don't make sure your kids feel seen, this is who they can grow up to be. And it's really sad. And it's like, as moms, it is our job to raise the next generation of men. You know, I have boys and girls too, of course. But in this situation, this is a very, very big issue with men, especially men of this boomer generation. There wasn't a lot of talk about your feelings as boys. There just wasn't. Not until very recently. And we can be the moms that change the trajectory of society. We can be the moms that make sure those little boys are listened to. We're not saying to our little boys, stop crying. We're saying to our little boys, you know, let's talk about it. You didn't like that. You didn't like how that felt. Let's talk through it. Let's get through it together. And what a difference that can make. You know, again, I don't know this guy. I don't know what he's going through, but it felt that. I felt that intuitively. And I very, very strongly feel that that's what happened to him. And it's just so sad. It's like he couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself to just comply, be quiet. He was picking on the wrong guys. Those guys had nothing to do with what was happening, but he was just looking for a fight. And yeah, I mean, let me know. Do you think I'm off? Do you think I'm totally off and this guy's just a male Karen? Or do you think there's something to this? Especially to the moms and dads, let me know. Does this kind of scare you and make you think like, wow, I really have to be careful with how I'm raising my kids, especially my sons, when it comes to teaching them how to process these types of feelings? Let me know.